All right, Malia, nice to have you back. I know this is I believe, our third session now, and it's been great to see you make some progress and learn some important things about yourself. Yeah, I just want to start by checking in. How are you doing?
Mm, I think I'm doing pretty good. I feel like a lot clearer. Um, I guess I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with you, and um and I think I need to let some steam off.
Okay.
So it's good that I'm glad that I'm coming here.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, I'm really happy to hear that our sessions have been helpful. And you mentioned something about like letting off some steam. Could you elaborate on that more?
Yeah, well, I guess I'm just sometimes I just need a break, you know? Um, I feel like I don't really get a break at school, and then I don't really get a break at home, and then I want to stay up and I want to talk to my friends, and and then I don't really get a lot of sleep, and so I don't know. I still feel stress, um, and it makes me want to vape, but I'm really trying to stop because I don't want to do it anymore. But it's just it really makes it hard when my friends vape around me, and it's just so easy. I could just, it just one puff here, one puff there, and I don't know. I think that's the hardest part is that I don't, I feel like I want it and it's around me all the time.
Mm, right. Feels like it's always within arm's reach.
Yeah.
Sounds like. And in addition to that, what I also heard was that it seems like your daily routine or schedule is pretty packed. Like at each, it just sounds like you were listing a lot of like different things that are grabbing at your attention throughout the day, and I'm sure some of them are things that you enjoy, but nonetheless, it sounds like a lot to navigate for sure.
Yeah, it's just, I miss that rush, that feeling that I get from vaping. I miss it,
Mm,
and I miss the flavors, and I don't know, it is hard, and I'm trying, and I'm cutting back a little bit, but it's still really hard to like be consistent about it. Because even if I don't buy it, then it's still around me.
right. And so it sounds like, I mean, would you say that vaping has been like your primary like coping tool to deal with stress or anxiety at this point?
Definitely one of them that is, yeah, definitely one of them.
Mhm.
I mean, I talk to my friends, and I try to take care of myself, but yeah, it's just right there all the time.
Mm. So it sounds like it's almost difficult to utilize other ways to cope with stress when, it's like you don't even have to think about it. You just grab a vape, hit it,
Mhm.
and kind of does the job itself.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, I appreciate you sharing all of that, and I can definitely understand how this can be like a difficult thing for you to navigate in just recognizing the fact that you've made great progress in our sessions thus far. You have cut down your use, a pretty good amount, but it still sounds like even though there is all that progress made, it's still pretty difficult to imagine cutting vaping out entirely at this point.
I mean, it is, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
Please, yeah.
Um, It is because, I didn't buy one last week, but it was still all around me. And I guess I'll feel bad if I continue just using everybody else's. But I guess it is harder when I'm by myself because I don't have it. But yeah, and then I feel bad. I like use it and then I feel bad about myself and I think my lungs are starting to hurt and I don't know. It's just and then I that makes me kind of want to use it more because I feel I just don't want to deal with that feeling.
Right. Mm. That's definitely like quite the situation that you're in of like knowing that this thing that I keep finding myself doing is not good for me, and yet we still aren't quite able to like fully like kick the habit entirely. But even with that being said, I still want to give you your props for, the work that you've done up until this point to reduce it. But that makes me think, would you be okay or open with uh, trying out a mindfulness or deep breathing exercise that I know of that has helped even me personally to regulate my level of stress so that way um, it's a little bit more controllable.
I
Have you
mean,
looked into
like
that?
I do deep breathing, but I'll try it. Sure.
Okay. You do deep breathing already. Like what, do you let me in on what that looks like?
Yeah, like at school, they teach us to they taught us about like box breathing at school
Mhm.
and um and I try to do that and it does feel better after. Um, but yeah, I can learn another thing.
Okay, great. Well, I'm glad to hear your school is like teaching you guys like these types of like coping tools that can be used because they are actually really helpful. Did they ever explain to you guys why those types of exercises work?
Maybe they did, but I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, well, that's totally fine, understandable. But basically, long story short, we as human beings, we become so accustomed to always being on the go, right? And it sounds like just from the way you described your daily routine or your weekly schedule, that you're kind of always on the go. There's something always grabbing at our attention. And even though that's a regular part of life, what it does to our body is that it convinces our body that we are in a state of hypervigilance, a state of like trying to protect ourselves or be on the lookout of our environment, which was basically that was formed over a long time to for us to learn how to protect ourselves, basically, right? And so what deep breathing does is it it flips that switch off in your body, and it turns on the process that allows our body to rest and digest, and for our body to replenish itself with like much needed neurochemicals and hormones like that that allow the muscles to relax, that allow our lungs to open up a little bit more, and even allows for our emotions to kind of reduce in intensity.
Hmm. Okay.
So, without further ado, if you don't mind, like I can go ahead and just kind of show you an example of one, and we can talk about how it felt for you after.
Okay.
Okay, great. So this exercise is called 4-7-8. So what you're going to do is you're going to inhale through the nose, filling up your diaphragm for 4 seconds. You're going to hold it there, belly out for 7 seconds, and then you're going to exhale through the mouth, like blowing through a straw for 8 seconds. We're just going to do that for a few rounds, and we'll discuss what you thought of it.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, awesome. So go ahead and take an exhale. And we'll start. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So, Maria, how are you feeling? What you doing?
Hmm, feel really relaxed.
Yeah?
Yeah, it does feel good.
All right, awesome. Well, that's just one example of a really easy breathing exercise that, can really help to reduce any anxiety or stress that, we think is overwhelming. Do you feel like you could see yourself using that type of technique? You're ever feeling urged to vape or anything like that?
I think I'll try it. The next time I want to vape or somebody asks me and I feel like I want it, I'm gonna try that first and then see how I feel.
All right, awesome, great. Well, I'm really happy that that was useful to you. Uh, Anything else before we wrap things up here?
Hmm, I think, I think that's it.
All right, awesome. Well, it was nice seeing you this week, and I'll see you next week.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.